If you love God, love people, and love real estate, my name is Derek Forston, and thank y'all so much for being here. And welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. Don't wait to be great. Beautiful. Who are you?
I'm Shanya Shea Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, co-founder here at Forston Consultants, and we are excited because we've got guess who? Tiffany back in the building.
Back, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
She came back. So, Tiffany, welcome again. Thank you so much for being here. We super appreciate you. You are a busy lady, and you chose to be with us today. Tell the people who you are, where you located, and why in the world you here, Tiffany.
Right. My name is Tiffany Richardson, and I am the founder and executive director for Upward Onward Jacksonville Inc, a 501c3 organization here in Jacksonville, Florida, where we provide social support to the community with a special emphasis on youth and young adults. Yay.
Love it.
Good
Happy
stuff.
to be here.
I love it.
We were missed if we did not acknowledge what today is. So happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day, everybody.
Happy Dr. Martin Luther King.
We cannot forget.
National holiday.
The sacrifice his entire life was about. So thank y'all so much again, guys. And if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. So again, we teach folks how to run independent living facilities. And if you missed last week, it was a good one. We featured Tiffany Richardson, right?
Sure did.
A lot of you guys are so used to hearing Shay and I, but I always think it's nothing better than you hearing it from somebody that we taught it to. People often say the proof is in the pudding, right? Or let's check out the fruit from that tree. Tiffany is a part of our fruit, right? In terms of what we do. And a lot of you guys have the dream and the vision to house the homeless and the displaced. So most people that find us, Rhonda says she can't hear us. Rhonda, you can't hear me? Can you guys hear us okay?
Katara said loud and clear. So I don't know.
Rhonda scared me. Rhonda, you trying to scare me? And is that our Rhonda? IMB Rhonda?
I'm not sure. But anyway, keep going.
Most of the people that find us in this channel, we usually have something in common. Most of y'all love God, you love people, you've been trying to get into real estate. Lucky for you, we trademarked the independent living facility model.
Correct.
And that is just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So a lot of y'all heard of group homes and ALFs and IDDs and your traditional group home. All of those require staff, zoning. You must own the property, and usually requires a $30,000 sprinkler system. So what I love to talk about with the ILF model, it's the right now model. There is no asking permission. There is no zoning, and I don't have to go and ask my city commissioner, can I open it?
Yep.
And the main reason is because we're serving independent adults, right, that are able to live and thrive. Thrive means do well, without the need from you in terms of you feeding them, bathing them, and driving them around. And Tiffany Richardson was just like most of y'all, standing on YouTube trying to figure your life out and ran into the thing you've been praying for your whole life. And you said, oh my God, this big mouth brother talking about I can house people with no license. Let me tune in. But Tiffany did something that we really believe in. That's called it move at the speed of instruction. Or some of y'all prefer this one because that one sounded a little bossy. Move at the speed of revelation. That means when you get the understanding of what this is, and when you find out that you don't need a license, you don't have to own the property, and you got a new big brother named Derek that's going to teach it, game over.
Yeah.
So do me one favor before I bring Tiffany up and ask her 1,000 questions. Tell me in the chat, who's new to us? Like, did you just find us today, yesterday? Anybody that found us within the last 14 days, put a number 1 in the chat.
And to our TikTok family, you're not going to be able to hear or see Tiffany. So you're going to want to join us on YouTube at Forston Consultants, and that's Forston, and consultants with an N, with an S on the end. You'll be right here in the conversation. So we don't want you to miss out on anything. Because if you're on TikTok, you're going to only hear you're only going to hear Derek and I. So come on over to.
So Miss Cassandra's new to us. And is Cassandra the only one? Because
Connie
she will get a whole masterclass by herself.
Connie Golden.
Okay, Connie. Perfect. Yep. Now, you two ladies or two people, tell me where you all are like from, city and state. Location. And then while I do that, Tiffany, can you plug them really quickly, the event that's coming up while I do something in the chat? tell them about the event and where is it located and who's hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I want to invite everyone to come out to the Chat and Chew that will be held Saturday on January the 31st. And we're talking strictly about ILF. And we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts, the policies and procedures, the spiel that we're going to talk to the landlords, property management, just the structure. So I want you guys to come out. You can text chat to 904-664-6692, and you will be directed to get more information on that. But again, that is January the 31st, which is a Saturday, and it is in the afternoon at 12.
Good stuff. So as you guys heard, Jacksonville, Florida, January 31st, Shay and I are coming. And again, Tiffany is that whole what we call POC, proof of concept. So Tiffany is going to be like y'all point of contact because she's already in Jacksonville doing it. And what's really cool is that she was just like y'all one day, but she moved at the speed of revelation, and now she's in it. So Tiffany, we already got like 8 questions that came in that were preset. But just really quickly, I want to welcome Miss Cassandra from Maryland. T, you see your new sister Cassandra.
Merlin,
T, can you welcome Cassandra from Maryland? We got Anika from Little Rock.
Okay.
Okay, Pammy, the Gilmore family is from Maryville, Indiana. And got somebody from Midway, Georgia. Connie's from Midway, Georgia. So welcome, everybody. I'm your new big brother. And looks like Alexis was yawning. Either she's sleepy or she says I'm boring. So, Alexis, I thank you for being here. So let us know in the chat what that means, Alexis. Am I boring or like are you sleeping? And Tanya came back. So and Tanya came last Monday. So big shout out to her. And Tiffany is back. And another name that I'm sure I'll mess up. Tiffany. So Shay, I'm gonna let you hop in real quick and say anything you like to say. I want to give up those 8 questions.
We've got someone in Jacksonville.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So Tiffany's your new big sister. So I hope you come into the January 31st event. Moin Spires, and I'm sure I'm messing that up.
Moni.
Yep.
Well, no. Yeah, I don't know. Let me not lie.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump in. So Tiffany, Derek, before we jump in, there is a question that came in the chat, and I think this is honestly, this is something that we were talking about post going live. Okay. So what you all don't know is that before we hit the go live button, Derek, myself, and Tiffany were actually in here discussing some of the things that we've seen in our ILF Academy. And I believe this is the comment that we were actually talking about before coming live. So it's Alexa says she got to go to work at 7, so she is sleepy early.
Got it.
So Alexa asked,
joining though.
Yeah, so her question was house first or waiting list first? And this is actually one of the things that we were going to discuss tonight because we see this, we're seeing this a lot in the ILF Academy. And I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to let Tiffany answer this, and then Derek and I will jump back.
Actually, that's why Shay said that.
Yeah, it's actually one of the questions that were in our.
Knock that one out first.
Knock that question out first.
We go from in order.
Let's knock that question out first. I think it's imperative.
Perfect.
Because Alexa's got to go to work at 7.
And Alexa's got to go to work.
Perfect. I love how y'all think. Alexa, they finna take care of you, sis.
We gotta get right.
You jump right in, sis. You got the coaching now. So how did you do that, Tiffany? House first or waiting list?
Definitely the waiting list first. Definitely. The reason why we say that is because if you do not have that wait list and you invest in a property, or you go forward and you put all this money into the property and you get the rent, get the lease, all these things, and you don't have nobody to fill it. And now you're stuck with that overhead that comes along with the facility and of course the rent or the lease. So definitely that's something in the academy that we talk about and that we learn most about. Do not get a house first.
So I want to share from a business perspective, right? And I love giving this analogy. Walmart, Publix, whatever entity comes into a vacant lot, right? Let's say somebody's breaking ground in your community and it's a store. The first thing you are going to see once they start breaking ground, after the construction company moves their logo and who they're doing, who's doing the build, you're going to see coming soon, right? You're going to see that coming soon. they're advertising. So the goal is I want people to get into the mindset of, because this is housing does not mean it's not business. It doesn't mean this is not business. We're going to operate from a business mindset and a business perspective, right? So again, if you're not inviting people to learn more about your business, if you're not introducing people to what is to come, you're now working backwards. So you're working on the platform of build it and they will come. But what is in your reserves until they come, right? Until they come into your business. And who's to say, because this niche can be very unique. You've got to be such a people person that people actually like you enough to want people to be housed in your ILF.
That's right.
You've got to set a precedence with the individuals that we work with on a day-to-day basis. And they've got to find trust in you. They've got to find that trust factor, because technically it's like handing over a baby to Derek. And it's Tiffany's child that we handing over to Derek, and Tiffany just gonna leave for 16 months.
Right.
And she
Derek
just
don't know what he's doing, right?
Right. And Tiffany don't know if Derek knows what he's doing.
Right.
So you've got to realize that there's a lot of key factors that go into this. And I know I'm saying a lot, but the whole goal is, one, I want you to focus and be more business centered first. That means having things in place. You've already got the business established, apparently. Let me know this. Is the lease in your personal name or is it in your business name, Alexis? Let me know. Have you gotten your insurance yet? Right? Did you get general liability insurance yet before you put any heads in any bed?
Right.
What happens if the first resident you put in that house decides to slip and fall and now they sue you, the homeowner, you, the homeowner, and then the homeowner turns around and sues you because you didn't put it in an LLC or in an entity name.
Right.
There's a lot of moving parts, and we tell people it's great to do research online and hear different things and kind of just go and run with it. But you want to make sure that you're operating under some type of coaching and consulting because of the fact that, not all information is good information. And people will put you in a rabbit hole to where, like, now you may have this house and sit on it for 3 to 6 months without anybody. And let me know, like, what is in your reserves? Like, do you have a savings? What is your cushion to maintain this property? And Lord forbid you don't get anybody in this property and then you start defaulting on the rent. So now you've given yourself a bad name and a possible eviction on your record that you now have attached to you. And when you do want to kind of recoup these funds and try to get back and relace up your bootstraps and dive back in again, you've messed up the ability to go and access another rental. So it's a lot that you have to take into consideration. And I think, people always say, oh, well, you're thinking so negatively. No, we have to think realistically. Because let's say you get one person in this house. What is the end, like, for 4 months? That's one resident you have for 4 months. Are you going to tell them they've got to get out now because you can't afford to pay for the bills and everything on their one income? So that's why we say build the wait list. Start having people call your phone so that you know that it is one. So now you're seeing what the community is asking for, right? You might have a mindset of you want to house all veterans. What if you've been open for 6 months and the only person calling you are females? Are you going to turn them away? Because if you do, guess what? That case manager, that social worker is no longer going to call you.
They will not call you again.
Exactly. You are no longer a viable resource to this person that you've built a relationship with. So these are the things that we train in depth about. And a lot of people are like, oh, got a text today. I'm going to tease y'all real quick and then I'll let Derek speak. But we got a text message coming through our CRM today. And somebody was like, you a liar if you think I'm going to pay you for coaching. I can go out and get another house. So my AI bot, love my AI bot because it is, I don't know how they trained this bot, but the bot pretty much told him, great, but didn't you just tell me you have a house that's empty and you refuse to pay for coaching, but you want to go and get another house that's empty? And I was like, oh God, this bot is feisty today. And it's,
right.
you know, and make it make sense. Right? You're struggling to fill this one house, but you don't want to pay for the coaching to help you fill that house that you have. But you want to go and get another asset that's just going to sit there. But anyway, that's my yeah. Derek, on you.
So if you guys are just joining us, we're simply just answering the question, should you get the house first or a waiting list? And again, as y'all big brother, it breaks my heart when I see in that ILF Academy, a lot of you guys are getting your first house and everybody's saying congratulations, and then your next sentence says, well, now I got to figure out how to get the people. Oh my God.
Right.
That burns my blood.
So one more time, as your
Right.
big brother, that's not the way. I rather, because there's two kinds of frustration. I'd rather you be so frustrated that you're getting so many calls, but you don't have a house yet.
Yeah.
Because if you're real smart, you just implement our HRA and learn how to refer them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
HRA stands for Housing Referral Agent. I got a free 14-minute webinar that I teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you not be frustrated because you have the house and you can, like, you don't know how to put the people in it. You hustling backwards, as they say where I'm from. And it just simply doesn't make sense. So we got a ton of more questions, 7 more to be exact. They only gave me 49 minutes, but as y'all can see, she ain't gonna make us go over, and she gonna blame it on me, Tiffany. And I'm
no.
I got a witness.
Tia Johnson.
Tiffany, Derek got a witness.
I got somebody on screen that's with me that can vouch and say, no, y'all, that was Shay that actually kind of went over.
No, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna tell them to come right back on over on Saturday, January 31st, where they can get most, if not all, this information more in detail on the 31st of January in Jacksonville, Florida. For the chat.
And what's the instruction to do that again for all the new people?
Yes, text chat to 904-664-6692. Again, that number is 904-664-6692, and just text chat. And that's where you're going to get all the information. I know we're probably on limited time today, this evening, but then we won't be on limited time. We'll be able to share more details.
Leave that on screen, because somebody going to ask, like, what's that number again?
Yeah.
Right.
So y'all don't hear it because Tiffany is loud as me and as boisterous as me. I'm screaming it. January 31st, Jacksonville, Florida. And the cost of it is mind-blowing. So it's one of the things that if you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect for this thing to get further? And we great on YouTube. Don't get it twisted. But boy, it is nothing like seeing us in person of how deep we can go. Because certain things YouTube will block me from saying in terms of what the topic is. That's why these in-person meetings are absolutely genius. Shay, back on you.
Yeah, no, you've got the question, so we can roll on to the next question.
So the next question right here, I got them all geared up. Y'all to be so proud of me. Tiffany, what was one of the boring, overlooked steps that you were pushed to take seriously? And why did that change everything? So what was something I instructed you to do that was like, Derek, like, that's boring. Like, why I got to do that? But how did that one thing, like, Derek, you was right, that like this changed everything.
Right. Okay. So I would probably say the system, the digital flow solutions, that's boring to me. It's boring. That's not my thing.
I love it.
My thing. Not my thing. Right. That's why I'm always calling you. But that was probably the most boring thing, but the most effective to help have systems in place. Because again, I work a 9 to 5. If nobody knows, I work a 9 to 5, and I have the independent living facility as well. So with me, I cannot do this by myself. So I have the digital flow solutions that's in place, and that helps out tremendously. So that's the most boring for me.
Yeah.
So guys, Tiffany is a lot like me. She's not all excited about the techie stuff like Shay. But on the serious note, I often tell you guys, when you come into our coaching, you're not just buying a coach and coaching.
No, right.
You're investing into a system. And that's where most people fail at. They just go out and get coaching from somebody that took one class somewhere and came back and gave themselves a title, right? We've been through it all. Lawsuits, Channel 8 News, and we're also the trademark holders of this model. Go look up ILF, Independent Living Facility, and watch who name you see in terms of who owns that trademark. Us.
Yeah.
So one more time, guys, Digital Flow Solutions is an all-in-one platform that runs your entire business. right? The phone, the website build out, the CRM system, all the chat bots, the AI bots, the automations, everything most of y'all need, because most of y'all are just like Tiffany. I coach a lot of you guys that are still working a 9-to-5 job, just like I was. Because I worked a job for 9 years before I got into this. And lucky or unlucky for me, I should say, I didn't have a system when I got into it. I grew into this in years later. So you guys get a way bigger head start. And Tiffany just said it, y'all. She works a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
So 60% of her business is being ran by this automations and this techie stuff that it's going to help all of us in 2026.
Let me add this quickly. So when we talk about digital flow solutions as a system, it is literally a system that runs the whole back end of your business, right? It keeps you organized. It keeps your contacts, isolated and divided, so you can have residents, case managers, and social workers. Like you can you can literally see everything from a full perspective. We do all of our leases and documents, our move-in documents are all done digitally through this CRM. It's literally attached to our residents' profile. So long are the days of when you have to go looking for documentation in the process of eviction or a process of anything, right? You have all of this stuff at your fingertips. What most people don't realize is when it comes to running a business, you have to be so organized for the end of the year. Like it's tax time. We're meeting with our accountant now to file business taxes. And to heck, if I'm looking through 10 different locations to find all of my documentation, all the things that I need to provide to them for the end of the year. So start with the foundational aspects and be not even foundation. Yeah, they're foundational, but they're important that a lot of people, and a lot of people they look past them, one, because of cost. That's why we provide a digital flow solution. So anybody that we coach gets it at a steeply discounted price.
Yeah.
This is with the coaching. If you come to me,
to work with any industry, outside people get this system without even running a housing program. So it works for any industry.
Correct. Right. So that's something I say, like, make sure that you have your business intact. Don't start the business and look at the money grab so quick when you don't have anything in place. Because what's going to end up happening, it's going to hurt you in the end. When you're unable to find things, when things and items or information is missing, whether it be for legal purposes, whether it be for financial purposes, whether it be IRS purposes. So you want to have everything in a CRM system that is able to, cover all of those bases for you. So I wanted to add that.
And just to answer two questions just really quickly in the chat from I think it's Synergy Transport. Does Digital Flow Solution System only work if you bought the DIY and one-on-one?
No.
So I think I said that earlier, but some people own bakeries and they fry chicken and sell French fries and shrimp. So restaurants, any industry, but because 95% of people find us that want to do this, most people use it for their housing program and real estate. But the cool part, it works for any business. Industry. So we also serve a lot of serial entrepreneurs that do more than one thing. So they get our system and then launch multiple websites. Same thing. Okay. Yeah. The next question I saw in the chat really fast. Is Digital Flow Solution something monthly? Yes. And I put on the screen the actual website, digitalflowsolutions.net. But if you follow my one-on-one coaching, the DIY or the new collective cohort, I give you this system. Right. So the setup of it, you don't even pay for it. You just pay the monthly fee of which plan you want. So everybody actually go to digitalflowsolutions.net at some point and figure out like what plan works for you.
There's no plans on there now because we do all
y'all cater it to them.
So now we're actually catering it to your business, and it can start as low as $47 a month. And it can go as high as my new client that I just onboarded to $1,500 a month. And that's because of the things that, like, we're doing ads, we're doing the marketing, we're doing a lot of the work for them. That person has 4 VAs attached to their account, so they don't even have to get a virtual assistant. It comes with that package. So we build out the package based on your needs. So what does Digital Flow Solutions come with? Phone system, a CRM, which is a customer relationship management system, And for those of you that don't know what that is literally having a digital contact card or conversation card. Anytime one person contacts you, whether it's through phone, email, text message, you see it all in that person's profile. So it literally shows everything about that person. If they spent money with you, if they've sent you any documents, like everything is attached to them. So now you're able to foster the customer's relationship without having to find different things. How many times do you go into your email and let's say you've been communicating with somebody in an email chain for about 3 months and you just got to do the chronic scroll to get to what you're trying to find. Now, let's say they now decide they're tired of this email chain and they want to break off and start a whole nother conversation. Now you're looking for the new conversation that's in this whole email chain. Well, that's different when you're using a CRM system, because now you're not scrolling through your whole email. You're just going through that person's communication or that dialogue that you've had with that individual. And you're able to do a whole bunch.
Say it like this too, right?
Yeah.
This is coming from a non-techie person. This system is what takes this business from just being a hobby, from something you just thought of and you rent rooms to people, to you having a housing program that's respected by the community. One more time.
That's true.
This system takes you from, well, that girl just rent rooms to people, to that young lady is saving lives through real estate with this housing program that she's created. Does that make sense, everybody? And a system does that. Let's take a quick commercial break. I got to pay some bills and we'll be right back.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info. That's MOREINFO to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show.
All right. So we are back into the questions, and y'all heard that guy. Text the info to make sure that you get more information, and definitely meet us in Jacksonville. So Tiffany, the next question that came through, and also guys, if you have questions, and I'm trying to keep this under 49 minutes, but Jermaine, I'm failing, bro. The third question is, hey Tiffany, we ain't gonna point no fingers because usually it's me.
I'm gonna be honest. We got people that's in the chat that's got a lot to say, so I'm giving a lot of
Right.
Here it is again, Tiffany. Why do you think most people delay things like structure, meaning getting LLC and insurance? Now that you're in this, Tiffany, why do you think people like just kind of skip by that? Like, why do you think they skip structure and getting insurance?
Because it's probably not a fast process. Like, it's not like a 1, 2, 3. Not saying the process to getting there, the liability and getting insurance is difficult, because that's not. It's just the steps. I think people want to initially, I have a house, and then now I'm just filling it up. It's not the process that you have to go through to make sure that everything is structured well, or everything is, how it's supposed to be legally, all those things, because it takes time. So some people, just want to just get into it and forget the process, and you cannot skip the process at all.
Can I want to jump in there. I think it's too lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge. A lot of times people jump into something because they see they consider it a fad, and they think it's like easy money. And I tell people all the time, if you run this as a hobby, that's exactly what it will become, and that's exactly what you'll look like to the people that you're trying to connect with. Not only that, I think cost plays a big role in it. The Bible tells us to count the cost. Before you do anything, we are to count the cost. So it's imperative to do your legwork before, right? It's crazy to start a business, and not saying that you can't start it with $0, but you have to have the mindset of you're going to spend money. It takes money. You have to invest in self. And most people, and Tiffany and I are in the nonprofit space, and I know you hear it just as much as I. If I don't want to fund my nonprofit myself, then who else is going to want to fund it?
Right.
If donors don't see that I'm my biggest or one of the most consistent contributors to my nonprofit, how can I lure somebody else to do for me if I won't do for myself? And I think that's another thing. People are afraid to you're going to lose money anyway. We lose money every time we go to a restaurant just to go hang out and have fun. Go buy a little.
You open up your door at your house.
Yeah.
So you step outside, you spending money.
You do. And people don't realize that. And they count the cost in the wrong areas. Like, I rather go, like, some people they don't want to get coaching to help them build a business and avoid the liability, but they want to go out and spend, they want to get the what's that Louis Vuitton never full bag. Right? That never full bag could have went towards your liability insurance for the year. Like, and I think that's the thing.
And how Tamasha, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but Tamasha, that's true. Some people really don't know the process. So that's why it's so important.
And I love that.
To get the coaching and, to reach out to mentors and to people who's already doing it. Be a part of something, invest that way. And then you get the steps, you get the process, so you don't skip any steps, and then you're fully prepared. You're fully prepared.
Yeah. And you said something that I wanna just to give her advice. You said reach out to mentors. A lot of people use that word loosely, and they don't understand the significance of a mentor. It's a paid mentorship, a free mentorship. There's a give and a take. And be mindful that if you're looking for a free mentorship program, there's going to be some things missing. Information is going to be missing. Access in certain areas will be missing. And you want to make sure that you're fully investing in yourself and also vetting the people that you're looking for. I see a lot of people in the ILF Academy come into the group and say, I want a mentor.
Right.
For what?
That's dangerous to say.
That is so dangerous.
23,000 people.
That is so dangerous.
Now, if you would have said that in the first week I started, it was only probably 13 of us. That might have made sense. But still, why would you come to a group with 23,000 people and ask for a mentor? Say, hey, who run this group? Like, who's the guy started this group is what you should be saying. Yeah. Guys, one of the dumbest mistakes I made, and back to that liability, guys, I made the Channel 8 News and it was a $40,000 lawsuit. Dummy me. Didn't get the general liability because of what Miss Adams said. Being honest, I just didn't know what I was doing. And most of y'all was just like me 10 years ago. You got a big heart for people. You trying to get into real estate and you want to leave your job. But we can't about what's one of the most important pieces, like Tiffany said, is getting that general liability policy. Yeah. And most of y'all, like, I can't count how many emails we received of people that say, Derek, thank you for what you said on your channel about, I didn't know that, bro. Neither did I. Right. Yeah. So I wrote a book, y'all, that's listed like the 12 dumbest mistakes I ever made. It's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And literally, even the lawsuit is in that book. Yeah. Because again, rookie me just again had a big heart, not because I was a bad guy. Big heart, but no knowledge. And we call that ignorance. Not that I was a mean or nasty guy. I was ignorant. And that's what you look like when you don't have the coaching. Correct. January 31st, come to Jacksonville and get your life changed.
Please.
Yeah. Someone in the chat, another tip. The right way. I tell you. Tiffany said, only $97 plus cost of a ticket. I got friends in Jacksonville I could stay with.
See, hold it. Stop right there. Watch this, y'all. I don't even know this lady, but what I told y'all about them Tiffany's.
We show up.
I just went like that.
We show up.
Can I think of another name that may not be in here? Now, this your name, I'm sorry, but Bertha's don't talk like that. Claire's, Phyllis don't talk like that. Yeah, Tiffany's do.
We see, and we're not being funny.
And Tiffany probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But ma'am, if you knew the Stern family, I coach a lot of women that are named Tiffany, and they're all great people.
And they're doing great.
They move at the speed of instruction. So what I'm saying, ma'am, you got a lot of pressure on you. You get in this.
No, but I want to say this too. The what I love about this is mindset. Mindset and the ability to prioritize, right? Yeah. You've got to prioritize success. And a lot of people don't realize that. They think you just wake up and become successful. Success is not scratching a lottery card or a lottery ticket. 99% of those people lose it all in the first year, right? So, and this is the same thing with business. You've got to, you think you work hard at your job? Become an entrepreneur. Start your own business.
Double the hours.
Start your own business. Yeah. So I hope you're ready. We eat, sleep, and drink our businesses. Like vacations, we're still talking about business. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're not evolving your business or re-educating and training yourself to become a better business owner, it's worthless. So you've got to have a mindset shift. Yeah. So start making that mind shift now. If you constantly say, I don't have it, I don't have the money to this, I don't have the money for that, then you'll never find a way to get it. Wow. Who can I get to believe in this dream that can sponsor me financially to do X, Y, and Z? That's what he did. Ma, this is what I want to do. I'm taking up donations. Okay, let's get it done. So again, and I say this because Derek and I have spent a lot of money on consulting, okay, on coaches to this day. And when I say a lot, I'm not talking about like $5,000. I'm talking about close to $100,000 in consulting. Okay, like over. And that's because we want to better ourselves.
Certain stuff that I'm just trying to learn and get better at. Like, guys, I had a job before and it sucked.
I love it.
I made $28,000 a year, and my life wasn't all that great. But the moment I left that job and got into entrepreneurship, which I'll still call ministry, because I didn't make this up. The Bible says the poor and needy will always be among us. And God was genius enough to allow us to merge real estate and helping people together. And he showed it me through a social work job. So I'm forever grateful for that. And now we just go all over the world teaching it. Your next chance to get it in live in person is Jacksonville, Florida, January 31st. Shay, back on you.
Nope. Go ahead. Next question.
Okay. So that next question, and we probably got 4 more. Tiffany, we've kind of said this, but I just want the new people to hear it. How did having guidance change how confident you moved compared to trying to figure this out on your own?
That's good.
Like, that's good. Did you move different?
Of course. You show up different when you have the right information. And through the coaching, I will say, let's back up. So I'm a social worker, right? Social worker. So I know how to, to talk to people. I know how to network, which network is very important. And I know how to build those relationships. But when it came to the actual structure of things of the ILF, of course, that wasn't my space. Real estate was not my thing. So with the coaching, that actually did help with those steps, putting those things in place. And then you're more confident whenever you go to the social workers or the case managers and you're speaking from the knowledge that you already know. And then now you're speaking on something that you've already learned.
Good stuff.
I love that. For me, it was entering into a space that I wasn't aware of. So the coaching helped me to better understand. Like, I worked in medical health. I was in leadership. I worked in the OR. So I was always, initially I was in the OR.
Hold it, Shay. Somebody's saying right now, Shay, who coached you? I thought you was in this.
No,
y'all, Shay had a job.
So
take them back.
A very great paying job at that.
Right.
New people, anyway.
My name was on the door. No.
Listen.
Like, literally. Listen. With all of the alphabets. If I show y'all my jacket, somebody said, man, you're going to have to get a bigger chest for all your
credentials.
I used to go to meetings, and one of the president of the hospital used to always say, man, you got more credentials than me. And
I worked in corporate, guys. Well, I was in the hospital for many years. But
but again, I didn't know what I was getting into. I knew I was going to use my business acumen
I need help.
to assist in growth, in business growth, and business development, stuff like that. But at no point in time did I know I was going to be housing women. Like, you could have missed me with all of that.
Listen,
but I know, right? That part.
That's your next question. So wait a minute, Tiffany.
But even in oh my God. But no, even in that, like, I had to get an understanding for the mental health population. I had to get an understanding of, how needed this space was. I had no clue that this was a thing. I had no interest in doing this thing. But when I did, dive in, I had to learn. Yeah. This was not a skill set that I had in my quiver. I just did not. Like, it was not in my tool belt. So I didn't know how to do an assessment. I didn't know what I was looking for.
Right.
I didn't know if this client said this, I should think about this and start asking this set of questions.
Right.
And that's what people don't realize. They want to go down a checklist, and it's far beyond that. And the first couple of times, like even in the assessment process, like I was terrified, Tiffany, to do an assessment because Derek made them look so easy. And these people would just spill out the whole life story. And I'd be like, dang, bro, like how you just get that guy to admit to stealing from Wawa the other day? Like, how you do that? You know what I'm saying? So it was just, and that's what taught me. Like, you taught me. So I think it's just, you know, that confidence comes from having that understanding, being able to be knowledgeable. It's just like anywhere you go. If you go into a space and you want to BS your way through something, unless you're the best BSer in the world, you're gonna do great. But if you're somebody that's trying to wing it, it's gonna look like you've been winging it. Like it's just gonna look that way. So
a situation will arise, and you will not have the information. You're gonna be looking crazy. If this is not something that that you're being taught on. So that's true.
So I tell you guys what. Put a number 3 in the chat if you're enjoying the information. And who wants to hear how Tiffany and I almost got into a fist fight? Let's take a commercial, and we're going to be right back if you want to hear how me and Tiffany almost got into a fist fight.
I wouldn't have let him do that.
Let's hear from my 2 brothers, David and Dennis. We'll be right back.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith. And while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property, and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here, and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense?
All right, we back. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard my knucklehead brother David. Don't be like him, and do not get one of these houses in an HOA. Don't get yourself in trouble, because if the HOA find out, they're kicking all y'all out. So we are real big on that. No community associations, no gated communities. Because guys, our people gonna stick out a little bit different. They don't drive, so they're gonna be shaking on the gate. Like, we're not doing that, y'all.
Shaking on the gate.
I was shaking on the gate.
Getting no fight. But watch this though. Here's a great question for Tiffany.
Okay.
Because this is probably true. Tiffany, was there ever a time me and you had to have a come to Jesus meeting as your coach, your mentor, your big brother, more importantly, as your family? Was there ever a time where I had to get kind of stern, or there was some kind of come to Jesus meeting?
And I think, before I answer that, if your mentor or your coach, let's say your coach, does not have those conversations with you, it's time to revisit some things. Just because you're learning something new, possibly, or you're learning a strategy, but you're going to this person for them to help you. So if you're not willing to, give and take, bend over and do a few things because it's different for you. It's different. So for me, I love the control aspect. I'm gonna just be honest. So with me starting this out, it was, hey, I wanted my hands in this, I need my hands in this, I need my hands in that, and make sure that I can do it all. But I can't. Again, I have a 9-to-5, then I'm operating the ILF, nonprofit organization. Like, just the things just keep piling up. So Derek had to tell me, hey, you got to let some things go. And meaning go, you have to delegate the work.
Yeah. And
so I knew that time was coming. Of course, I didn't want that to happen, because I want to make sure everything is perfect, but it will not be perfect. Just long as there's progress and things are moving in the right direction as well. So I had to delegate and get some systems in place that I wasn't too fond of at the beginning, like AI. But hey, this is where society is going, or this is where
it's given to you in the system that came with your coaching.
have those systems in place. My virtual, especially if it come with it, and with the VA. With me having a virtual assistant, that was like one of the biggest things to allow another person to do certain things. So that was my come Jesus moment.
Can we be honest really quickly? Because she was just really vulnerable and told the truth right there.
Yeah.
Put a number 7 in the chat if you admit that you're like Tiffany and you want your hands on everything.
You didn't even have to say it.
Hold it.
Tony already said it.
Thank y'all for being. Thank you.
Now she's just honest, but who else is like my sister? Hold it, Tiffany. Put a number 7 in the chat if you would just be honest, because we're all family now.
Wow.
Rhonda says she like you. How many of you want your hands in everything? And as you're responding to that, watch this, because now it's 2 Rhonda. Something about those Rhonda. See, I told you. Watch this. The main reason, Alexis, why I was so frustrated and had to shake up Tiffany a little bit is because I give it to you. There isn't like you had to go find the virtual assistant. Right, you don't have to go find the software to keep you in line. I give it to you.
Yeah.
Because we own the agency in the Philippines that vets out virtual assistants to you all as entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
That's at va101.co. $5 an hour. It'll change your life. I said, Tiffany, you can't be all things to all people.
Right.
You run several businesses. You got a 9-to-5 job. You got family leaning on you. You got your own life.
Correct. Yeah.
Tiffany, you can't do everything as great as you are. And watch this. When she told the story, she told it to y'all like she kind of knew, y'all, I couldn't do it all. I had to tell her she couldn't do it all. And that's what the mentor's for. Because some of y'all are such great people. You get in your own way sometimes. But blessed of y'all, because I'm not very techy and I don't want my hands in everything. My coaching style is very much like that.
Yeah.
So if I see you drowning as my sister or my brother, I'm gonna say, hey sis, you burning both ends of this candle, and guess what's gonna happen? That fire you're gonna meet in the middle. Where you gonna be at? Will you stand or will you fall flat to the floor because you're trying to do so much?
Yeah.
Now there is a thin line between being lazy and grinding and getting it. But guys, if I'm your brother and you under my coaching, there's a fine balance. That's why I told Tiffany she didn't buy a coach, she invested into a system.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Whether they said or not, that's some good coaching, bro.
I'm gonna say this too. Most of us want to look at, businesses. We start businesses. You don't see
human being, Alexis, a natural person.
You don't see the founder of McDonald's running the McDonald's.
Right.
You don't see Walmart, whoever founded it, still running these entities. And what I tell people, as an entrepreneur, the goal is to grow and scale. And in order to grow and scale, you have to duplicate yourself. You have to replicate. And by doing that, you're adding individuals that can that can do different tasks.
Right.
You literally create yourself a full-time job, right? Entrepreneurship or being a business owner and being someone that does everything on their own is just another job. You just created another 9 to 9, not a 9 to 5. You may have created a 9 to midnight, a 9 a.m. to midnight. Now, a true business owner that with the mindset to grow and scale, you've got to replicate yourself. And the only way to do that is by hiring other people. Most of the United States is ran on small business.
Right.
That's employing most of our people. That's who's paying most taxes. That's where all of the funds are kind of being generated in our society. And in order to grow and scale, you've got to make space for other people to come in and be able to be hired by you and make a broader reach than you can on your own.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about that.
Tiffany, I want you to knock out this next question in the chat right here.
I see it. Okay. It says, how long does Tiffany use your coaching before she no longer needs it? I'm still in coaching. Here I am. I'm still here. But seriously, in all honesty, you still want your coaching to continue. You should always have that space to grow knowledge and to always be a student. So they're stuck with me. Basically, we're growing.
You can't get rid of them.
Yeah, no, we're growing. We're growing. But I believe, Alexis, you're probably asking, basically, Do I need to speak to them every day? Is it a consistent thing? And it lightens up. Of course, at the beginning, it was more headstrong, scheduled meetings, whether we have them every week. It's just on your schedule. You make this that time. But now I'm in a space where I can operate, by myself, but we still have our meetings throughout the month. And we still, if I need something, I'm calling and I'm texting. So it's not a end all be all. Hope that answers your question.
One of the other things too about us and our coaching style, like we have our ILF family talk where all of our people that have been with us, like Katara said,
Wednesday.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Oh my God. Like Katara's been with us for over 4 years. We've got people that have been with us from day one.
Katara's the same. Can't get rid of
Francesca and Jameen Dawson were our second consulting clients. And we get to a point that we're not just only focused on the ILF. Like prime example, our family talk this week is going to it's financial. Like we're talking about some things that Derek and I learned and that we're getting ready to go into. And those are the things that start happening. Hey guys, this is what we're doing. We wanted to inform you of this. Like we start going into business coaching as well. So you're not just going to get a one-trick pony. That's not what we do, guys. I have a master's in business administration. So yes, I'm one of those people that walk around with an MBA, did that anyway. But those are the things that, you get from us, the things we learn. We pay. Remember I told you a few minutes ago, Derek and I paid over hundreds of thousands of dollars in consulting. We come back and we pour that same information into you all because it's bigger than just, if you've got other dreams and aspirations, who are we to tell you, no, just stick with the housing. Once you've gotten the housing down, what's next? What we doing? What we looking at? And just for proof of concept, prime example, we had a married couple under our coaching. They owned a chain. It was like a franchise, a small franchise it was a smoothie business. And the wife wanted to do the housing. The husband was running this franchise for X amount of years. The wife had no business, had no understanding of what he was doing because she was in her day-to-day. But now she wants to take an entrepreneurship journey. They meet with us. We start consulting. And the first thing I find out is it was similar to what Derek and I went through. The wife didn't know what the husband was doing. She didn't see the accounts that was coming in, and they sitting on a whole bunch of money that she had no idea was in this business account and all of this stuff. And it was like, hold on, wait a minute. I know you want to do the ILF, but let's focus here. Found out that the person that owned the franchise didn't want it anymore, gave it up, did nothing with it. We attached them to an attorney, and now they own the franchise. So they own the actual franchise. Has she started her ILF? No, because something completely different happened, but that's still not off the table. They're now building this thing that can survive them for generations because there's other people that had bought into this franchise. So now they're getting paid not only from their store, but they're getting paid from the other stores that are underneath this franchise that they were able to retrieve. Right. So it's way bigger than just the ILF. And when you have a good coach, a good consultant, a good mentor, it should not just stop at that one thing that you either paid them for or you've requested from them. It should go way far beyond that. So I land my plane there.
So I just want to put on record, because
it's me.
It's only two people that's gonna help me with this. Because I don't know if Tiffany
I'll
gonna
take
help.
it. I
know Jermaine gonna help me, and Tia Johnson gonna help me.
I'll take it.
I was trying to be done in 49 minutes. I told my sister Tiffany I was gonna have her out of here, but y'all see when she get the flowing, she's just like me. Can y'all agree with that? Because y'all, she blame me all the time.
Let me cook, Tiffany.
And she cooking tonight, y'all.
It's too much information to give in 49 minutes. It really is, because it's so like detailed. You can't just say yes or no to anything like this, because it's a program. So when people ask questions, it's not, oh yes, we can do that, or no, we can't. It's no because, or yes because, or maybe. That's right. you just don't know. You just don't know. But I tell you, listen, and Jermaine laughing. No, Jermaine, don't laugh. because we trying to get information out that can change the lives of people.
Absolutely.
Whether it's, for impact for the community and just generational wealth. But we know in Jacksonville, Florida, on January 31st, this will be, at least it won't be limited. It won't be 49 minutes like today or an hour. It won't be that. But we will go into detail.
Whenever Tiffany kicked me out, because it's her event.
Listen, I really want to pour into those who really want to do the work, who really want to make this happen. So on January 31st, it is a Saturday afternoon, CHAT&CHEW, ILF Edition, and we're going to talk all things ILF.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
So I want to show one thing, then we're going to go back to the questions, because I think we got permission to go over, but I'm not going to keep Tiffany. Tiffany's still going to do her too, but I want to show the Harris family really quickly, and not Miss Sophia Harris. There was another Harris family that was asking where did the story come from. Just really quickly, I'm going to go through that, and we're going to jump right back into the questions, because I got a lot of new people tonight. So if you're new to me, you didn't know I used to be a social worker, begging God to change my life, right? And along the way, we did trademark this whole independent living facility model. But right here in this picture, y'all new big brother, that's me at my job. And guys, I left my job, what was that, 2018-ish? But I started the job in 2011. I wanted to help people, and I was always kind of wanting to get into real estate. Thank God for a great wife. Shay tricked me to go to college, y'all. That was not in my plans. But I'm not asking y'all to go to college, but that was the career path that God used this lady on to take me through. And through that job, this is what I saw. And I saw a lady, y'all, making $41,000 a month, housing people in rats and roaches. And Harrison family, this is what I meant when I told you that beds were on the floor. So I always like to show people this stuff, because when I talk about it, if you never see it, you think I'm just hyping the story up. Guys, I knew one day when I told this story, y'all weren't going to believe me. So again, 9 years as a social worker, making 28 grand a year, and a woman that was making $41,000 a month. She says, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro. And I took a Saturday. I said, well, I'm going to just go see what it looked like for myself. And y'all, I snuck to all her places. She didn't want me to go.
That's right.
But lucky for y'all, all of y'all, I did that. And this is what I ran into. And if you don't got your glasses on tonight, those are cinder blocks that are holding that bed up. And most of y'all know we laugh and joke and have a good time here. But it's going to be some times where we get serious, and this is one of them. The devil is a liar that you're going to ask God to change your life. He actually do it, and you do it this way. Guys, I can't have y'all doing this under my tutelage, whether you buy my coaching or not. If you hear my voice, I consider you like we family. I'm your new big brother. 5 of y'all put in the chat, what's up, big bro? But this is why is that fan got to be on a banana box? Why the beds got to be on the floor? And don't get Shay to talking about it, because the bottom of that mattress had mold on it. Because when they're trying to mop Tiffany, it's getting wet. What happens to wood and wood and cloth? But guys, this is what I saw. And again, because I knew y'all weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. And a lady making 41 grand a month doing this, Miss Sophia. And I just said, why not me? And last time, but I'm done with this story. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. I ran into a lady, y'all, that me, Mr. Social Worker, I sent this lady to one of these places, y'all. But before you think I'm this bad guy, guys, I never saw the inside of one of these places ever until the day I decided to take that leap. But when I ran into a client that I sent, I think like, now I just call her Jessica today. I said, Jessica, what you doing here? Jessica looked at me with her blue eyes and said, Derek, you sent me here like 3 days ago, bro. You know the crazy part about it, though, Harrison family? She was grateful to be there. She wasn't even mad about it. And that's the part that broke my heart. As the roaches are running in and out of the cabinets, mice running out of every corner that you can look out of, she said, Derek, let me show you where I sleep at. We start walking. We get to the kitchen. And in front of the kitchen stove, she had a 3-inch mat about 3 feet long. And again, if this don't break your heart, you on the wrong YouTube channel. Because one more time, this girl was making 41 grand a month.
Sure was.
Put a number 8 in the chat. If you made $41,000 every 30 days, would that change your life a little bit? And when I saw that, I said, game over. There is no way God gonna let me see this and not let me get in it and change the way homeless people are being viewed and change the way they live it.
That part.
So I'm no genius, barely graduated high school. Shay tricked me to go to college, and through the grace of God, I finished. Only to show y'all the right way of what God showed me, which was literally somebody living my dream and had a lady on the kitchen floor paying $750 a month. And it was 13 people in that house. The devil is a liar. So anyway, we're going to pay some bills real quick. We're going to come right back, ask Tiffany 2 more questions, and we're going to get her out of here. We'll be right back, y'all.
If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there.
All right, we are back. We are back, and thank y'all so much for allowing me to share that story with the Harrison family. And y'all don't know this, but I normally take 2 hours to tell that story.
Jermaine, he did a great job.
I get shorter and shorter, but they never give me credit. She tried to right now, but I don't know if she mean it, y'all. But in my old day, Katara will tell you, I would take 2 hours on just that story because there's more components to it. But the gist of it, 41 grand every 30 days, housing people in rats and roaches. And I just said, why not me? So if 10 of y'all can put in the chat these words, why not me? But meaning do it the right way.
Yeah.
Back on you, Shane. I want to see 10 people that type that out. Why not me? Because I want you guys to change your city when it comes to this affordable housing.
Yeah.
Back on you, Shane. I start preaching here.
No, I'm good. Next question. Let's do it.
This out the way.
Next question. Yeah, let's go. Questions. Preguntas, please.
Okay. Oh, this is just my slide where I talked about I lost 60 pounds trying to figure it out. And nobody would teach it. Yeah, now I got a bunch of these. So as I show you what it should look like, let's ask Tiffany that next question. Shay, y'all think you got
What's my question?
And this is the last 2, I think, for Tiffany. We're gonna get Tiffany out of here because I appreciate sis, man.
And who we see? Oh, we see Miss Rhonda. It looks like she already purchased a ticket. Okay. Well, we're looking forward to you coming.
Let's see you now,
Miss Rhonda.
So Tiffany, here go your second to last question. And it says, if somebody's, now this came from me.
Okay.
If somebody's watching right now feeling overwhelmed, what would you tell them about the value of having direction instead of doing it alone? It's kind of like the other one, but somebody's like, this is a lot of information about systems and coaching. And so just kind of speak from that level, Tiffany.
Yeah. Okay. No, it is a lot. It's a lot of information. Like I stated, within an hour, you can't get all the information because you will have questions on top of questions on top of questions. So it is very important. And we've been saying this from the beginning to get that coaching through Forston Consultants. So you can start from the beginning to the end and continue on. Like I'm continuing on the process, whether I have my ILFs or not, and they're up and running. But I'm still reaching out to Shay and Derek probably every other day. Not because something is going on, Yeah, everything. And not because something's going on, it's just because you want to make sure you're doing everything correctly. That's all that is. You want to make sure you're doing everything correctly. Or if I have any information that I need to provide to them, it goes both ways. You want to be able to share that information and have that, that business relationship where you can do that. So it is very important to not be overwhelmed, because it's easy to be overwhelmed, and then you burn out, and then you don't want to do it. And I see it's a lot of MSW students, or MSW, if they have social work. I'm a social worker, MSW. We already know the space that it can get overwhelmed, because we take on much of somebody else's, situations and circumstances. So to actually have a coach, or have coaches that's able to, to help you in that space, to make sure you have strategy, and make sure you do things correctly, that's most important.
Shay?
I agree. Like, I just think a lot of people don't realize that you get further together.
Mm-hmm.
There's a saying, no man's an island. You can't do things on your own as much as we want to. It takes a lot of support. I've seen times where we've coached people. We've had them, not be available for the coaching, but life circumstances, right? Where they'll pick up the phone and say, hey, I know y'all are my coach or my consultant, but this is why I'm stuck. And it can be a completely personal thing. And we find this for ourselves more as ministry, because we get the opportunity to pour into people, not just from the business aspect, but we get to help them see. When you're working with other people, they can pull out of you the things that you don't even see in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And they can make you a better you.
Yeah.
And I love that, because there's times that, Derek and I had a conversation this morning, and it just makes you reflect a little bit differently on how are you showing up? What can you do to make yourself better, make your business better? Because it's times that Derek likes to implement things quick. And with his quick implementation, it can be a disaster to the customer experience. So if I'm not available to help him recreate or prepare things to implement things for a cleaner process, then it makes him look like a shoddy businessman, which he's not. He just has a great idea and he wants to quickly initiate it, but he doesn't have the support to get it done. And it doesn't even have to be like, and for anybody that's hearing this, it doesn't have to be like somebody has to be in your business to do this, but it can be someone that you trust that says, hey, sis, I just realized you did X, Y, and Z. And that, from a customer standpoint, that could have been done a little bit better, because it doesn't make you stand out amongst the rest. And I think that's one of the parts I love about having the coaching community, whether it's me consulting someone, or even there's a lot of times that the people that I'm coaching educate me on certain things. And that just makes us all better. And that's why I say, like, having that access to community, to consulting, to coaching, to mentorship, it just makes you a better you. It shows you up, like, in your personal, in your business, in your financial, like all of that. It all plays a part. So
yeah,
that's my response.
Good stuff. I love it. So let's jump back into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my comment out of that one because it's kind of the same as you all. So I want to make sure I respect Tiffany's time. So let me see. This very last one says, let me see. This is, again, another good one. I'm going to let Tiffany go any direction that she wants, because I can see a lot of coaching points in this for me, but I'm going to let Tiffany go any direction. And again, this is kind of my question, y'all, so I'm going to be just honest. Tiffany, looking back, do you think most people miss success because they lack information, or because they don't have the right guidance, systems, and accountability?
Ooh.
Well, now I would say it's a mixture of both. Initially, I would probably have said the latter, because it's information out there. Now, you can ChatGPT everything, you can Google everything, you can type in things on YouTube, it comes up, but you still wouldn't know what to do with that information if the process and the steps are not given to you. So it's a mixture of both. Just as one of the young ladies stated earlier, that she just didn't know the process to get, general liability. She just didn't know. So it's not, I can't say it's one or the other. I'll say it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Just simply because even if you have the information, you might not know what to do with it. Still, we can give them 1 through 5 all day, but then if you don't know how to implement it and put those strategies in place and systems, most likely it won't work. It's going to be it's going to probably be a fail, or it's going to be a hurdle, or it's going to be some, like I say, pains to actually get there, and you have to refix something or reach out and say, hey, I need help on XYZ. So it's a mixture of both. I would definitely say a mixture of both.
Read that question one more time.
Shay's got a perfect quote actually for what Tiffany just said and his answer. I'm gonna see, does she remember her own quote?
Information without implementation is stagnation.
Say that 3 more times slowly for the people in the back of the church.
Information without implementation is stagnation. It just leaves you stagnant.
Yep.
Information without implementation is stagnation. Stagnancy. Stale water stinks. Okay. But I want you to read the question one more time, because I want to.
The question says, looking back, do you think most people miss success because they lack information or because they don't have the right guidance, systems, and accountability?
I'm going to go to the latter, right? Because like Tiffany said, information is everywhere. Now, again, we're talking about information and implementation. And there's a difference between implementing and implementing well. Like we talked about the other day, most people write down goals, but they don't even know how to get to the goal.
Right.
They don't even know how to implement the process to reach the goal. And the minute that they set a goal and they don't reach it, they now feel like a failure because no one ever taught them how to implement. You get what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we get, as individuals, like me, I can be an overthinker like crazy. And I talked about this on a podcast that I did a couple of months ago about, some of the strategies to success is consistency. It's time management. It's showing up. It's knowing that at some point you're going to fail. And if you are going to fail fast, as you say, because that way you can pick yourself back up, reevaluate, analyze where you went wrong. And this is where it's imperative to have people around you that can help you to analyze where the failure came from. What caused you to falter? And if you don't have those systems, and systems doesn't just mean computer systems, technology, it can be a network of individuals that make up your support system that help you to develop into a better you. Like one of the things I'm going to train on in February is SMART goals, because I realize that a lot of people, they see that they want to do this big grandiose thing, but they don't know how to achieve it. They go after the final project or the final product, but they've never written down a blueprint. They've never put down what's the first step. They don't even know how to achieve the first step, but then they're trying to build a mansion. Don't know how to lay the foundation, haven't even found the lot. They don't even know if the lot that they're going to build on is zoned for
There's so many steps.
Family residences. So there's a lot of things there's so much information out there to us. And that can be a blessing and a curse, because people get information. They don't know how to accurately process the information that they're given. And now their implementation is completely off. They fail at this thing. And it knocks the wind out of the sails so much that they don't ever rebound or retry. So I'm going to say it's the systems, it's the processes, is learning how to implement. I tell people all the time, my master's degree taught me one thing, that I can research and implement. That's literally, I'm going to be very honest. Come on, Tiffany, talk to me.
No, that's true. I can look and not even that. Yeah, it helps you do that, your master's, but it takes coaching. I don't know how else to say it. It takes coaching, somebody who's actually already doing it to actually, help you with that process along the way. So you don't have to do it by yourself. So you don't have to get overwhelmed or get half of the information, because you can still Google, like we stated, but you're probably not going to get the next steps, because they're going to say, attain this property. But did you go to your zoning department to see if it's zoned for this or XYZ? No, because you don't spend all the money. And now you're stuck into a space that, that you didn't reach out. So I think people are swift to try to do that thing or do whatever it is.
Whatever it
So
is,
they kind of forget, and they do it prematurely without getting those steps and process in place.
Yeah. I say, like I said, implementing something is so, people think that you just implement something one time, it works, and that's it. And a strategist is always reviewing and revising a strategy.
Yeah.
And that's what business is, right? When you hit a plateau in your business, do you just close the doors?
Right.
Or do you find a way to re-strategize in order to make another income? And I think that's the mindset. A lot of people see that we do this and they love what they see.
Right.
But they don't realize what really goes on in the business mindset to be sustainable. Right. You can get in this, and I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to give it a high percentage. I'm going to say 90% of people that enter into this space, the ILF space, make it 1 year. And that's the term, that's the lease term. They make it through one lease, and that's it. And the reason being is because they don't know how to reassess, reevaluate, and re-implement. They don't know how to go back to the drawing board if they see something's not working. They don't know how to re-establish who they are if they've somewhat failed or hit a bump in the road. Like, prime example, we had every reason to shut down Second Chance Housing after the first 2 lawsuits. We had every reason to. But what did we do? If we were asked about it, a conversation was held. Like, we would talk to case managers. We would talk to social workers and say, this is how it made us better. We did this. Yeah. We've now implemented this process. We've now done this process. During COVID, we were the only independent living facility owners, anybody under our coaching, that had a full-on COVID policy.
Protocol.
Yep. We had policy and protocol. They wouldn't. We literally had to. The people that were local to us, we literally, like, we were all renting houses at least 2 a month because it got that serious. Yeah. That the hospitals would not go to anybody else because we set precedents with a COVID protocol. And they were like, we're going with you. So again, it's you have to know how to reimagine things as an entrepreneur. You cannot be so set and blinded on this is the end goal and I cannot deviate. I cannot add nothing else because it's just not going to work. That's not true. You've got to find ways to implement new things to help expand what you're doing and where you're going. Because if not, you have to have strategy. And that's what goes back to implementation and goals. So I'm going to take a lot of time this year to really hone in on the business acumen. Instead of teaching you how to house, I need to teach you how to run a business.
Yeah, that's important.
Like, if you don't realize, like, more money, more problems is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Have a business that generates. I thought it was
just a song one time, Tim.
Nah. It's a real thing.
Pay for this overwhelmingness of money and being able to leave your job for some of y'all. But guys, that song is a real problem to have. Now, it's a good problem. That song is a real thing. Tiffany, hop in. I'm sorry.
It's a real thing. And we're gonna say, Angela, no ma'am. We're gonna pray that's definitely not you.
That's right.
It's not gonna be you, no ma'am.
And I like what Katara said. ChatGPT never opened up a housing program
with some coaching. You're right. But Angela, you need to come on over and get this coaching. So that's not you. We can 100% say that's not gonna be you, but we're not gonna speak that over your business at all. No.
And here's something I want to teach people too, because I see a lot of people telling people to go into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT this, ask ChatGPT that. What people don't realize is if you don't know how to modify your presets in ChatGPT, you can tell ChatGPT will agree with everything you say.
Absolutely.
So you've got to know how to set presets in your
Prompt
chat
it, yeah.
GPT and your prompts so that you're really getting viable information, and it's not just learning you from your history of search. And that's why I tell people it is so dangerous when you're, I love the people in our ILF Academy on Facebook. We've got over 20,000 plus people. Our team works very diligent to remove people that's giving false information. I've added I'm adding
sell stuff.
Yeah, selling stuff
false
and
products.
giving
It's crazy.
information about, oh, go to ChatGPT, it can do this. Oh, go to ChatGPT, it can do that. But they don't realize what works on the back end of these AI systems. It's trained by what you put into it, right? Of course, it's using all of these other databases, but it's also like nobody other than Forston Consultants or other organizations that have done some form of shared housing group homes has information readily on the web that ChatGPT can pull from. So think about the limited resources that it has, and you're now trying to get it to give you more information. So what it's going to start doing now is pulling from different pockets that seem similar. So when you hear somebody say, oh, girl, just go research that on ChatGPT, be very careful.
That's why I've been on my own GPT.
Yeah.
So and literally my team started building it last year, and it's almost done according to my developer. So Tiffany, there will be a GPT about the shared housing in terms of independent living, and it's all of my knowledge, all of my information embedded into this AI bot that's going to actually soon be released. So let's be super respectful of Tiffany's time. We're going to go pay one more bill, but then when we come back, I want Tiffany to encourage you all with any last quotes, thoughts, events, times, and we'll be right back. And thank y'all so much for joining us. And be patient with my brother, David and Dennis. We'll be right back.
Hey, David, did you know that we were coming to Jacksonville, Florida for another live event teaching the independent living facility model? Yeah, I heard that. I saw a girl posting that in that ILF Academy group that you got. I saw her put a post about it. I just didn't really know that was actually y'all. Yep, that's actually a live event that we're speaking at. Tiffany Richardson, who's actually a super affiliate at Forston Consultants, she planned this whole event. She marketed it, she planned it, and her only job was to bring Shay and I to Jacksonville to talk about it. So she's gathering 30 to 40 to probably 50 people that want to know how to do the independent living facility model, and we're going to bring it to Jacksonville, Florida, January 31st. David, make sure you don't miss it. Well, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to bring my girlfriend with me too, because I think this is something that we can do together.
Cool. Hey, so we are back. You heard my brother David and Dennis. Don't miss that event. So, Tiffany, last question. It's going to be an easy one for you, actually.
Okay.
You can bless the people and get on out of here, Tiffany.
Okay.
Tiffany, when I start coaching you, did I tell you to house men, women, or did I tell you to go co-ed?
Definitely not co-ed. You definitely didn't say that. Definitely didn't say co-ed. But I think the best information that you gave me was when I did my data analysis, and when I'm calling case managers and they're calling me, who's calling your phone to get housed? Because I had a whole different population in my mind, right? When I first started, I was gun-ho on who I wanted to provide services to, and I was stuck on that until my phone started ringing for a certain population. I'm like, well, guess I got to shift on over a little bit. So I would say your knowledge was, let's see who's calling your phone. Who's calling your phone, and let's see who need that support in your city. And every city is going to be different, and every person, every business is going to be different. But for me, I was saying a certain population, but that wasn't who called my phone. That didn't call my phone.
The community dictate the need.
Absolutely.
Don't you be saying, well, I'm only going to house. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
You don't know what your community is screaming yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, how would you know that if you don't have the coaching? But nevertheless, I better start because I'll start going into stuff. Tiffany, bless the people any way you want to, and thank you so much again for your time. Can 25 of y'all say thank you, Tiffany? And she's giving her salutation.
All right. Not the salutation. But yes, if you are in the Jacksonville area or nearby, close by St. Johns County, St. Augustine, even Orlando, from Nassau County to Baker County, all those counties, and even parts of Georgia, because Jacksonville is right there at the crest of Georgia. But come on out on Saturday, January the 31st at 12 o'clock for our chat and chew. And we're going to talk all things ILF from the beginning to the end, answer all your questions that you have. Again, that's Saturday, January the 31st, and that is in person. We will consider some virtual ones in the near future, chat and choose, but right now this won't be in person. I love to have that human contact so everyone can know exactly, feel the vibes, feel all these things. So text chat to 904-664-6692. Again, chat to 904-664-6692. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. Again, Derek and Shay will be there to add their extra cherry on top to get that information in. But come with your questions, come with a willing mind, that mindset. It starts with the mindset first. Come with that, open to learn and get that knowledge. And I love to see you guys there.
Awesome.
Thank you again from your big brother. We appreciate you. And again, for all you do, because again, some people are nervous to come on when we ask them to, and you just are natural at this. So we appreciate that. You are also really busy. So anytime we pull somebody from their business, their family, or their personal life, we want to say thank you. So thank you again, Tiffany. You be great, Tiffany, and we'll see you next or soon.
Soon.
And we probably got a meeting by phone in the next 2 days. So we'll be talking this week for sure. Because Tiffany, I also one night want you to share with people, how do you become an affiliate to throw your own event to invite me and Shay? How in the world did you do that? So I want you to teach people how we pay 40% and they can do the same thing. Corral 30, 40 people together and bring Derek to your city. So T Sims is next. Yeah, Katara probably gonna go again in a different part of South Carolina. Wink, Katara. Jermaine gonna drag us to his part of town, right? And Till, I'm from Haines City, so
well, we're gonna have to wait on T for a little bit because it's a little nippy up there. So we're gonna have to wait just a little bit. I need some sunshine.
T doing this to you right now, saying, "Stop it, Tiffany, stop it."
Yeah, because Tiffany said we coming as a posse.
Yeah, we're coming together. But hey, I need my sunshine.
And then Shay wants the idea, Tiffany, where all of us are on screen together, more than just one person, and we're gonna duke it out together and allow people to see how some of y'all met me years ago, and some of y'all met me yesterday, like T, and already got a house and got people in it. So I think that's a genius idea, Shay, for people to see where is everybody in the coaching. Yeah. How Jermaine has got the DIY and is just as good as all of them.
Right?
A lot of y'all don't even know that, so that's cool.
It's an inside joke that Jermaine just put in the chat, and I'm gonna
the wrong ticket.
You talking about T? You next? Ticket. Let me grab the wrong plane ticket.
Now nobody knows what that means except Tiffany might even know. But we'll let him share that story because that's a part of his story. He caught the wrong flight, but trying to tear the airways up, coming to see us to learn this thing. And now he's got a big old house with a bunch of people in it. So big shout out to Jermaine Mills. Tiffany, you get out of here. Me and Shay will do a little bit more closing, and then we leave it too. Thank you so much, sis. You
see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Love you, sis. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Buy the wrong plane ticket. Jermaine, stop.
Hey, y'all, we're going to reset this thing real quick, and we'll be right back.
The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase "more info" to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase "more info" to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text "more info" to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
All right, we are back. We are back. So Shay said that there were like 2 more questions in the chat that we wanted to do, but even right before we do that, I want to remind you guys that our first cohort, I'm really excited about this. Even though most people want my one-on-one coaching, we started a cohort this year.
It's a cohort or collective?
Well, it's essentially a cohort, but the name of it is called the ILF Mastery Blueprint Collective.
Right.
So all of my coaching is called the ILF Mastery Blueprint. So there's one-on-one, there's DIY, there's the collective, and there's the legacy. But they all start out caught with the name of the ILF
Mastery
Blueprint. The collective starts the first week in February. So I'm really excited about that. And what's cool about it, the collective is where we learn and grow together. Now, even though my one-on-one people get me one-on-one, you guys are actually going to get me more than them. Because like Tiffany just told you, she don't call me and have meetings all the time. Now, sometimes it is every day. Because like right now where she's at, and even with this event, we're talking a lot. But this collective, I'm so ready for it.
I'm excited.
Because y'all have already shown me the ability of how y'all work together in the ILF Academy and the ILF Academy Elite. And quite frankly, every time I do a cohort like this, you all always do well because you also lean on each other. And because it's going to be every 2 weeks, right? And then some of my people who I've already taught this to who are good at it, they going to coach some of the weeks. Like Tiffany, she's going to help coach this, right? So I'm excited. The ILF Mastery Blueprint Collective, which is only $4,997. That's $3,000 away. $3 away from $5,000. That's where we're going to learn and grow together. It's not just group coaching.
Right.
Like literally, and I'll admit, this group is going to get me actually more than the one-on-one people. Because my one-on-one people, they're a special kind of folk. Them the kind of people say, Derek, I want you when I'm ready.
Right.
The collective is, Derek, I need your constant guidance often. I need accountability.
Correct.
That's what that group is for. So super excited about that. And then as we tell everybody, don't you spend a dime with me before watching our webinar and at least joining the $5 group. We got a $5 ILF Academy Elite, and I got a free one with 23,000 people in it, right? The ILF Academy Elite is $5 a month, but what's the difference is I'm actually involved in that one. Correct. And then my master class that I taught for 4 hours, technically it was 3 hours and 58 minutes, guys, is in that group. And normally only my DIY one-on-one and the collective people kind of get that coaching. Guys, I put that in a $5 group. So if you text the word 5, that's FIVE to 407-326-0086, that's how you join that group. Here's a little bit of more information on it. I'll be right back.
Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my master class that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there.
So the other exciting part about that $5 group, also the HRA, and somebody just mentioned it, Miss Teresa, very smart, because 98% of y'all that find me, most of y'all are just like me 9 years ago. Like you're not quite ready to go and rent, lease, or buy a house.
Yeah.
So the HRA, the Housing Referral Agency, teaches you how to do exactly what we do, but all you need is a cell phone and relationship. So I teach you how to build relationships, because the cool part about it, the coaching is the same to get your phone to ring. But once your phone ring, I'm going to teach you how to refer to somebody else, and then you still make a referral fee, $300, $400, $500 per referral.
Yeah.
So a lot of people start that way. And again, visit forstonconsultants.com and check out the HRA Business in the Box. That's only $397. All the paperwork and the CRM system to help you do it. Remember that CRM system that we talked about, your website build out, the business phone, the AI bots? Guys, we give you that with the HRA.
Yeah.
That's only $397. I taught a master class in there for over an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was
only
good.
on how to make referrals and make money that way. Because that's the coaching that says you don't need no house, no excuses. You only need a cell phone and an internet connection and the willingness to talk to people. And that's called the HRA, Business in a Box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com and see all of our packages and kind of get in where you fit in. Because we got one-on-one coaching, we got DIY.
Yeah.
My favorite is probably going to be that collective. I want to learn and grow together with y'all
bi-weekly.
Cool. That's going to be powerful.
I love that.
That's going to be probably the most popular this year. I'm going to just tell you right now. But if you say, Derek, I don't want no group coaching. I want you one-on-one when I'm ready. And when I want you, Derek, no problem. That's also called the ILF Mastery Blueprint one-on-one coaching. So we got something for everybody. I coach 7 days a week for free. So you guys, like, I can't be beat no kind of way. And that's bad English, but I'm hard to beat, y'all. 7 days a week for free on YouTube at Forston Consultants. So subscribe there. And then the $5 group is the lowest starting point that's monetarily. And just like I tell people, and not being mean, but I really mean this. If you won't spend $5 on yourself, invest 16 cents a day, you the kind of person we trying to actually avoid. I don't want you in that group. Because those are leaders and shakers. Yeah. I don't want you in a group. Now, you can join the free one where there's 23,000 people. A lot of great info in there. A lot of people helping each other. It's a great group. But that $5 group, I'm going to build something from them people. We're going to change the world together. And if you don't believe 16 cents a day is worth it for you and your family for what God already told you to do, I'll admit, I don't want you in that group. You who we trying to avoid. We look at people that love God, love people, and love real estate. And it's 16 cents a day bother you for all the stuff that we waste our money on. I'll admit, I'm trying to avoid you. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Other than that, Shay, I think I'm done. Are we good, baby doll?
I had a great night tonight.
This was a great room, y'all.
I got to cook a little bit up in here.
Yep.
So
she cooked naturally too. Like Shay cooked us food earlier. So I appreciate all of that. Did y'all enjoy this today? Like that setting where we bring
everybody's
people
just saying
on,
yes. I got some.
Did y'all enjoy that?
Yeah,
like,
I enjoyed it because I think
I like when we do that.
I think we're gonna do it more often. So y'all prepare yourself, our ILF family members. We're gonna be pulling you in here, just to check in and just do live Q&A. Let's talk
the team will be calling all of you all, like T, Katara, Jermaine, all of you guys are already on our calendar. It's just no date by it. You guys are right now on a blank calendar. We just got to put a number to it. So all of you all will be featured on the channel because people need to see where all of y'all journey came from. Because it's great to hear from Shay and I, but y'all hear that all the time. Why not hear it from the fruit, right? Of what has come from what we've, God has invented allowed us, and allowed us to do. Shay, last question, we out of here.
The last question was a question is actually not even in the chat no more, but it was what do the virtual assistants, or what can a virtual assistant do? So first and foremost, yes, a virtual assistant is a real person. Okay. They're normally based overseas. Our virtual assistants are all, well, I can't say all. They're in the Philippines, Nigeria, Pakistan, Egypt. Think that's it for right now. But those where our virtual assistants are located. They can do things like answer phone calls. They can do all of your email campaigns. They can schedule meetings. They can lead generate. They can do your social media. They can do a lot of things. They can be administrators. Like prime example, I have one who is over with Digital Flow Solutions, and she does all administrative tasks. She's in the process of looking for new leads for businesses that need or want a CRM system. So she's doing all of that groundwork and looking at businesses, like literally going on Google and searching every industry for businesses that either one, don't have a website or have a poorly operated website. She's going to cold call to see if they're answering the phone. If they're not, she's going to pull them into our funnel to, try to get them to come over to Digital Flow Solutions. So you can, they can do whatever. In the real estate realm, like our HOA, they have, for their office is a virtual assistant. Our HOA, I don't know if you know that, it's virtual assistants answering the actual company's phone.
Cool. Not surprised. But a lot of big companies.
They are like so many different companies. I mean, if you call your cell phone company, your bank, A lot of them after hours, their phones are diverted over to virtual assistant or BPO agencies.
To change your life.
Yeah. So that was that answer. But you can think whatever you think they can do, they can do it. They just can't be in person to do it. But like I have my virtual assistants, for those of you that have dealt with Digital Flow Solutions, you meet with either Alex or Hermie, and they are meeting with you virtually via Zoom, but they're walking you through processes. They're helping you through the system and so forth and so on. So yeah. So what's the difference between a virtual assistant and DFS? Digital Flow Solutions is the system.
Yeah, the
so
VA
prime example. So prime example, the virtual assistant uses DFS to make phone calls, to send emails, to schedule your social media, to run meta ads, to send out email campaigns, to create automations, like all of that stuff they can do or create. But that is the system that they use to create those tasks or those things. So Digital Flow Solutions is a customer relationship management tool, system, I should say. And it helps you to run your business, right? It helps you to organize your customer base, keep them in contact or communication with you via text message, email, phone, chat. I said text, web chat, all of that stuff. So let's say somebody's found you on Instagram or Facebook, and your virtual assistant doesn't have access to your meta DMs. Your DMs can come through the CRM system, and your virtual assistant can actually respond and do things like that. So the CRM system, which is Digital Flow Solutions, is an actual system where you can generate your invoices, create documents for the move-ins or contracts, invoices. You name it, it can do it. Okay. It can do all things but babysit.
All-in-one platform to run any business, from the website build out, business phone, and all the tools and toys that makes it work. So notice what Tiffany said earlier. She works a full-time job. Without this system, it's hard to run that business, because remember, she's trying to feed her family from the 9 to 5 too, and we can't lose that job. So this system even has AI bots that'll answer your phone.
Correct.
So it says, "Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling Sunshine Housing." It is an AI bot.
So let's give you an example of our AI in Digital Flow Solutions. So take a listen to this. And this is our AI phone agent. And I'm going to let you hear this right about now.
Hello, this is Dobbs Digital Flow Solutions AI assistant. Don't worry, I'm not one of those boring voicemails. Talk to me like you would a friend. I'm listening and ready to help.
Can you tell me a little bit about the AI with Digital Flow Solutions?
Absolutely. With Digital Flow Solutions, you get me, Dobbs, your AI sidekick. I'm here to chat with leads, answer questions, schedule appointments, and handle follow-ups around the clock. Basically, I help turn curious clicks into booked calls without breaking a sweat. Want to see how I can be customized for your business?
Absolutely.
Great. Let's set you up with a free business assessment to see how our AI can work for you. What's your name and best email so I can book a time that works for you?
Tam.
Awesome, Tam. Could you also share your best email address so I can get you all set up?
test@test.com.
I'm sending you a link right now. You're all set, Tam. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Looking forward to showing you what we can do. Anything else I can help with?
Listen, you are absolutely amazing, and I want to say thank you.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Thank you for the kind words, Tam. I'm here whenever you need me. Anything else on your mind?
No, that's it. You have a great and prosperous day.
Thanks, Tam. You have a fantastic and prosperous day, too.
Gotta love that. Run your business while you're at your job.
Correct.
And the cool part about it, they can do the whole assessment. Hey, what's your name, sir? Date of birth, medications. And then it pushes that message back to you, Antonia. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by a system. You just don't invest in a coach. You invest in a system to run this whole thing. So when things get real good, and when you and your family want to go to the Bahamas and kick your feet up on vacation, this thing can run your business while y'all are having a good time.
Yeah.
So I hope that makes sense.
And if you're interested in
if
you're interested in Digital Flow Solutions, you can actually text the team. Dobbs will respond. You can ask.
And you name your bot whatever you want to name
but
it.
Dobbs is our AI assistant. So if you text that phone number that's scrolling down the bottom of the screen, 407-809-8215, you can get with Dobbs, or you can also text the letters CRM to that phone number and book a strategy call with our team, and they'll talk to you about the system, find out what type of business you have, what are you looking to implement, and we can build out for you what you need. So some people don't need the full-fledged platform. If I give you everything in this platform, I'm gonna say 80% of people don't even touch it because it is so extensive on what it can do, digital forms, all sorts of stuff. Right now, I'm actually in the process. We're building out the digital business cards where you can and key rings. So we had to go back to the drawing board a little bit, Tia. So that's why we kind of put a hold on it. But now we've got it all set up and done to where you can literally use a key ring and tap the back of someone's phone and your digital business card shows up and it all pushes back to the CRM system. So again, a lot that you can do. I'm telling you, it is amazing. And I hope you enjoyed tonight. If you're interested in digital flow solutions, go ahead and text CRM to 407-809-8215. Derek, I'm done.
And procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. So guys, let's not procrastinate. Most of y'all felt like you were called to something like this, right? Yeah. So let's be the ones, let us help you make this dream come true. And if you're real smart, we're going to give God all the credit. I'm going to coach you and I'm your big brother and you're going to do well at it, but we ain't going to take no credit. That's the secret. We're going to give God all the credit. So in fact, your daily pressure be, God, I decrease so that you can increase inside of me and inside of my housing program. So one more time, if you feel like you've been called to this, let's go. Watch that webinar, join that $5 group. And as soon as you get in the group, don't be green people and asking questions. You click that button that says learning, because that's where the master classes are. Yeah. And you jump right in there. And most people know when they watch that, those 4 hours, you're going to know whether you should get the DIY, the one-on-one coaching, or that collective that starts the first week of February where we're going to learn and grow together for a whole year. And we're going to meet bi-weekly. So there is no way you can fail unless you give up. Yeah. One thing about this business, y'all, and this kind of ministry, because it's real estate and it's God-backed. You know, say banks say FDIC insured. This business is God-backed. It's insured by God himself. Like, it's bulletproof. It's real estate, and the need in your city is great. So I don't care where you live at. It's expensive. And you need to be the answer to the guy that can't afford to buy a house or rent an apartment because his background check is a little shaky. His background is a little shaky. Yeah. So that's where you come in at. And it's called independent living facilities. That's your new big sister. I'm your new big brother. And if 15 of y'all can say, Derek, man, I really enjoyed tonight and I appreciate the insight. Can y'all give us a 5-star Google review? One thing that I do beg for, I don't beg y'all to buy my coaching. I don't beg for you to get into stuff because that's between you and God. But I do beg for these because it also helps other people make a decision. Yeah. When they say, wow, this lady don't know Derek and she's heard him one time and said this. So a lot of times your words encourage other people. It's 15 of y'all on here right now. You won't buy nothing until you read a review. That's a lot of people. So let's help some of our people. And I believe, because this is my prayer, when you write a review, I pray that God bless you because somebody going to say, wow, Miss Antonia said that when she listened to these guys, they broke it down. They weren't stingy. And it felt like God sent this guy to me himself. Yeah. Antonia, when you say that, somebody going to say, wow, like this is the coach for me. So I pray that God bless the socks off of your feet. And that's just how we are. So if y'all can do that, I'd appreciate it. Huh?
Is he saying your name right? Because I see
probably not.
I see the green smiley face and she's laughing. Is it Antonia?
Antonia. She phonetically, that's phonetically. See, I'm from the country, y'all. So thank you, sis, for because I'm butchering her name. And I'm her new big brother, but see, she had to tell me how to say it. So Antonia. Got it. I'll never mess that up again. Antonia is my sister now. And she probably already been praying for this. I'm no psychic, I'm no prophet. But people that find us usually, y'all love God, You love people, and you've been trying to figure this real estate thing out.
Yeah.
You just didn't know that you can merge them all together and call it a ministry and make a bunch of money doing it. I'm going to say this and I'm gone. We believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want Antonia to make enough money to feed her family. That's what this is really about. Pleasing God, helping people, being respected by your community while you do it.
Yeah.
Everybody put in the chat right now, what city and state are you in? What is the community you in? Please God, help people, be respected by the community.
That's right.
But I want all y'all to make enough money to feed your family. Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown tonight. God, I thank you for the ability of what you just gave Shay and I to give away what you gave us. And Father God, by your Holy Spirit, bring all of this back to their remembrance so that they never forget it. But God, probably most important, help them to move at the speed of revelation.
Yes.
And God, let no devil in hell stop them for what you've already put on their heart. God, give them an able body and the mind of Christ. And God, what's cool about this prayer? It never changes, because my wish is for all of these people to do your will with the mind of Christ and an able body. Because God, it's hard to do your will sometimes if we're not like able body and our mental isn't clear. So today, confusion is dead in our lives. Confusion does not exist. We speak clarity and clearness in all of their minds, and everybody under the sound of my voice, you guys are here from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, and there is nothing wrong with any of y'all. You guys are healed, delivered, and you are set free, and you will live out all the days of your life, and you're going to do exactly what God has told you to do. Father God, can you also help me and Shay be the best coaches and the consultants that we can be? And God, as you know, we decrease so that you can increase in us. And God, we take no credit for this great work that you're doing in these people. God, you did it for me and Shay, and you no respect of person. You will do it for these people. God, do it exceedingly and abundantly above all you can ever ask or think, according to your power that worketh in their family and in their business. God, we thank you now for what you're going to do. We won't wait. God, we thank you now. And some of these people, God, want to leave a job and do this. God, show them the right time to leave. And God, if I'm to be their coach, I call it so. And God, if I'm not, remove them away from me, because you got something better for them. God, we only want what you want. So if I'm not supposed to be their coach, allow me to disappear from their algorithm. But God, if I'm supposed to be their coach, wake them up in their sleep and don't let them sleep until they get it. Because God, you got change that you want to make in their city through them. And God, we are open vessels and we receive that assignment today. And one more time, we say, thank you, God, for what you're getting ready to do. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Amen, amen, and amen.
And yes, this does work in Philadelphia Pennsylvania.
If y'all believe that, say amen. I'm finna get out of here and go feed this lady. Good night, everybody.
Good night.